First and foremost, I want to express shock and disgust at how desperate people have become. The letter is addressed to Mr. Mbalula, but it's all over the country, and at the same time is with the media. And SAFA has already commented on the letter without even speaking to me about the content, nor has Jerome Valcke spoke to me in person about what is going on. I took it upon myself and South African government to go to Zurich and basically speak to FIFA. First and foremost, I want to clarify the fact that there is no deviation from what we have agreed about in Zurich in terms of the spirit of the meeting. There are many things that we discussed there, but in terms of the spirit of the meeting, to sum it up on the Independent Judicial Commission of Inquiry on match fixing, there is no deviation with regard to that. We have consulted with SAFA. They themselves, after the Zurich meeting, came back and made their own proposals about how they look at the commission and all of that. Now the matter is now before government, and once we have done all the work that is necessary that needs to be done, everybody will then be informed in relation to our final conclusion in terms of whom we propose or we have decided to be the judge, what is the model of the commission. FIFA has made proposals in relation to this matter about one rep of FIFA to basically become part. They can dictate to government. We've got to consult the authorities and the people that we work with in government about their proposals, and then we'll come back to them before we actually make the final announcement on the issues at hand. And for anyone to cut to the chase and put the cart before the horse, it is mischievous at best, we can say. We are not discussing a matter that government has already made pronouncement on it to an extent that it can invite reaction from FIFA. It is quite clear to me that there are people within the federation who are communicating with FIFA, and on the basis of that, FIFA has basically written to us. But I still hold FIFA in high esteem, and I think the decorum of our discussions must actually be maintained. And I've raised that particular matter. I will be raising that matter in a letter that I'll be writing to Jerome to basically explain to him that I expect him to basically call me and to try and understand. And in this particular instance, I don't know what precipitated that, except the notion that because of the reports in the media, the statement that was issued by SASCOC and the ministry is clear. It doesn't seek to suggest anything untoward, except to outline that the matter is now in government. At an appropriate moment, an announcement will be made. And it characterizes what has come to be the issue at hand, issues of match fixing, maladministration, that has all been reported in the media about South African Football Association. I'm not surprised. I think there is a total commitment of the defense of the space in this particular regard. I'm not surprised. An unusual positioning on this particular matter. From a normal circumstance, when you are accused, you normally say that I'm prepared to come before you. I've done nothing wrong. Like I said the other day, in this country, government even institute judicial commissions to look at Marikana. I mean, if Marikana was the case, President wouldn't have instituted a judicial commission of inquiry. By all means, if a judicial commission of inquiry is going to take the whole commissioner of police to sit on the dock for more than a month to be cross-examined and questioned about the role of the police in relation to Marikana, then under normal circumstances, if you are afraid of investigation, you would have taken a shortcut in relation to those particular matters. But government has not done that. It instituted a Marikana commission and basically said that no, there is police brutality. But what would have actually happened? You must look at all angles. And then Nicholson commission, we didn't have this dragging. You must remember that this matter started first by debating whether or not judicial or not, and then secondly, who must be in the commission. So let's not shift goalposts and have an unnecessary debate before the processes are basically concluded. I think the spirit of the letter in itself is too advanced, to say the least, and it simply basically does not recognize that there is a government here, and a government that have got to respect. I don't take kind to be written such letters. To be given, it's like being given an ultimatum. I honestly believe if FIFA thinks that we have done something wrong, or I've deviated from the spirit of Zurich, I at least expect an element of respect. That I should have been asked before the letter because what is written in the press and all of that, and what sometimes could be a second-guessed interpretation. So to be written a letter on the basis that the developments in South Africa border on interference in football without being engaged, when I took off with taxpayers' money to go and see them in Zurich, and only be addressed in a 2-paragraph letter, I will never take that on behalf of government. That is denigrating, undermining, have got no disregard. This government is the government of the people. We will do the right thing on behalf of the people of South Africa, and football is no exception. Wherever they are, they must know that. And therefore, football will be subjected to the same principles that seeks to govern everybody in the world and in the country. There is a general move here that is very positive about an inquiry. Let's not spoil that. And we'll never be blackmailed about interference for forsaking doing the right thing. We'll never do that. Then we must then give up and call it a day. We will never allow that. We'll never be blackmailed. We are doing everything in the latter of and the spirit of respecting the decorum of the engagement. I respect FIFA, and with this particular letter, I'm taken aback, and I still hold them in high esteem, because FIFA is the biggest body in the world, and how it conducts its affairs, it must be proper. It must be proper to the latter.